Was a walking down by the lock.
Went into a character here.
As I was a walking one morning of late.
Okay.
Who should I spy but my own dear comrade, wrapped up in flannel, so hard is his fate. I boldly stepped up to and kindly did ask him, why are you wrapped in flannel so white? My body is injured and sadly disordered.
I can relate.
All by a young woman, my own heart's delight. Oh, had she but, when she disordered me, had she but told me of it at the time, I might have got salts or pills of white mercury. Now I'm cut down in the height of my prime.
Oh, no.
Get 6 pretty maidens to carry my coffin. 6 pretty maidens to bear up my pall, and give to each of them bunches of roses, so they may not smell me when they go along. And then I say, good night, Wyatt. And then I won't leave.
Dude, that left me speechless. Jason, when the fuck did you ever learn that?
I like singing to the girls at bedtime. I'm a big fan of. Here's the thing. There are so many fucking kids books. And I'm going to be honest.
Tell me your honest opinion of them.
Here's the honest opinion. Every rundown schmuck with a fucking typewriter can make a children's book these days. And I don't think that everybody should be having children's books. I'm into the Dr. Seuss's, the freaking Three Little Pigs. I like the stories that have survived a long time. And there's a reason for these iterations existing. I don't need to know about the fucking pink cupcakes. I don't need to fucking, give me the Caterpillar book. I like the Caterpillar book when I was growing up.
Is a banger, yeah.
What is it, Carl or whatever? I'm out on a lot of the newer children's books. What you're doing when you're reading kids' books is you're hardwiring the software upstairs, right?
Okay.
So when you're telling The Boy Who Cried Wolf, you're trying to correlate, hey, lying makes people not trust you, and eventually that's a bad thing to do.
Yeah.
And here's a story that correlates why you shouldn't do that. And it ends up really bad for him. He gets all of his sheep eaten because he couldn't fucking, tell the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Get anyone to believe him, yeah.
So a lot of times I just end up telling those stories, or I make stories up that are off of those old stories.
The man. If we had a recorder for those ones, man, fuck.
Dude, one night, because sometimes the girls will tell me they want like one of their stuffed animals in the story, or like they want to be in the story themselves.
Yeah. And
I'm like, all right, I'm about to do Pinocchio. And Ellie's like, oh, I forget what stuffed animal it was. Put Slothy in the video, or put Slothy in the story. I was like, okay, right. One night, Ellie wished upon a star. And Slothy
so magical
came to life. And her eyes went just... and she didn't move, and she was just holding this stuffed animal. And I got through I had like a Jiminy the Cricket figurine. I had a whole conscience thing going on and everything. The only thing after the story, Ellie was just so terrified that she was holding.
This is so good.
Kylie was furious. She's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
She said,
while I do that, I also, if I hear a tune or a song that I like, I like to sing.
You remember it?
Those, yeah.
Nice. Well, you're a great dad for that. That's awesome stuff.
Should we start the podcast yet?
I'm just going to leave it like this. I'm not cutting a goddamn word out. It's going to be... We're going free form this week, folks. Is there structure? Not really.
Subscribe on YouTube, Wondery Plus, wherever you get your podcasts, and follow the show on all social media at New Heights Show with 1S for fun clips throughout the week. Jason, why don't you tell everybody what we actually have coming up on the show?
All righty. We've been talking for over an hour and a half already, but coming up on this episode, 92%ers, you're going to hear a little recap from Thanksgiving week in the NFL, talk about the Fat Guy Fight Club that we started at the Lincoln.
Oh, shit.
We've also got George fucking Clooney on the show today. How about that?
George Clooney?
Going to be 3 Bearcats on this podcast later.
Oh, little do they know.
We claim him. We're
claiming. Are you kidding? I don't care if it's for a week and he dropped out.
I don't even care if he just got accepted, but he never took a class. He's a Bearcat. All right, before we get into that, let's start with what we always start with, and that's a little bit of that new news. New news is brought to you by Xfinity.
Ooh, nice.
Xfinity is bringing us new news, and the first part of new news, we got a belly bucking champion. That's right. We had our first belly bucking tournament at the Link this past Black Friday game in the New Heights tailgate, and No Shirt Dom came out victorious. He almost lost. We were kind of making up the rules as a win. It was a tight ring. Initially, it was like if you just stepped outside the ring,
There's got to
you're
be
out.
belly bucking rules somewhere online.
So the ring was tight. Initially, it was like if you take one step out, we're going to end the match.
Yeah.
But it was people were taking steps out all over. We ultimately was like, okay, if you get 2 feet out of this thing completely, then the round's over.
Man, I feel bad for anybody that lost with 1 foot out.
Nobody lost with 1 foot out.
Oh,
that's the thing. Right. It was very apparent from the first one.
A handful of plays within those games that are determining the outcome, and it's hard, and it's plays like my drop against the Eagles. It's penalties that are keeping us behind the sticks. It's coming away with 3 points instead of touchdowns in some games. It's crazy that you watch the film and you see what's real. And what's real is that we're fucking this close, man. We're this fucking close. You look at our offense and you look at Pat Mahomes' production this year, top in the league. You look at our defense in terms of points allowed. I know some of the other stats aren't all the way up there, but at the same time, man, we're holding teams at the right moments. In other situations, we're just not scoring enough. And it's tough, man. It's tough to be a part of this reality right now because we're 6-6 and we're fighting for our lives to, find a way into the playoffs. Yeah. And what's real is that we still have a chance, baby. And that's all that fucking matters to me is that we got a chance, and I'm going to keep coming into work with the mentality that and the sense of urgency that we need to have to get this shit fixed and turn those handful of plays that are losing us the game into a handful of plays.
I mean, listen, I think you're saying what everybody else is saying. It's the truth. I mean, you guys have been in all of these games, and I think you're having like one of the most unlucky seasons in recent memory. I know that we never like to say lucky, whatever. Yeah, we like to control it. Somebody, I think Gordo with ESPN, shout out to Gordo. I think he said something like, you guys are plus 70 or something like that in your score differential over the season. You're the first team to not have a winning record with that plus differential. And there's only like one other team in the history of the NFL that's done that. Yeah. It's nuts. I don't know what it is. And I'd rather like get the actual number, but it's something outrageous. Like you guys are actually performing really well on both sides of the ball. It's just like these crucial mistakes and end of game scenarios, which you guys have been so good at for so long, just have not fallen your way this year. Like last year, they all fell your way. This year, they just haven't. And it's been a weird year in the NFL in general, like especially the AFC. Like who is like the top of the AFC right now is Denver and the Patriots. I don't know that anybody has shown a ridiculously better version of football than any of the other teams in the AFC. Like everybody's had their up games. Everybody's had their down games. Who is the complete team? I don't really see one. And it seems like it's up for grabs. And when it's like that, if you're an AFC team, all you want to do is get into that dance. Because at the end of the day, if you get in, you got a chance. And I know it hasn't gone your guys' way yet. You're not happy with where you're at, but it all still is in front of you. Like, I mean, this Andy Reid quote is pretty incredible, but Andy Reid was asked earlier this week about you guys, having to win out. Do you need to win every single game? I forget what the exact question was. And Andy Reid came back with this banger on the confidence this team could win the final 5 games. He said, we're going to try to tickle your tonsils on every play, every game. That's the attitude that we're coming in with. and then you let the chips fall where they may. And I think that's the attitude you got to come in with. And I just love the tickling the tonsils. Obviously, that's
a nice alliteration, man.
Nice. Is this have you heard Andy say tickling tonsils before?
Never heard him say that one. Nope, that's a new one.
It's the first one.
He's got a bunch of bangers in his pocket, though, man.
Yeah.
He's got so many, and he's been doing this for so long, man. He knows which ones really you get the people
the right
going,
one to pull out.
Exactly. And that's that's the fun in which you get playing for him.
I've never heard Andy rip it like that. I loved it. I'm fired up.
Well, the thing is, Andy didn't mean it like that. Andy was just trying to say shove the ball down the throat, which he will say. And he'll come up with little funny mannerisms, but the double entendre there is
talk nasty to me, coach. Come on, let's go. This is my kind of football, bros. Let's go. This is how the coaches talked in high school. I'd have signed up.
Yeah.
Didn't know y'all were doing that out there.
There are some very sexual.
Y'all just drinking from the hose. What are we doing?
What are other like sexual
all of it
metaphors that coaches have used in the past? You take these big ass dick beaters you got and you put them into that middle of the chest. That's one of my favorite. Dick beaters is a great all timer. You ever heard that one?
Such a long way to just say hands.
Yes.
Yeah,
hey, but sometimes you come up with a little bit. Stout would always call it like a hook. Like you need something that like you can't just say something. You need to say something that registers something in your head. If you say like, hey, put your hands in his chest, it's like, that's already out my fucking brain. You tell me to put my dick beaters inside of his chest, I'm remembering you telling me to put my dick beaters in his chest. I'm not going to forget that one.
Oh, my hands.
How'd you know? I really only have one dick beater. Are you guys using both?
He started looking around the room.
Time out.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, beater.
You guys are going lefty?
No. Same time.
Yeah.
Same time.
Yeah. I'm a basket weave guy myself.
Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift have just made headlines with a massive announcement about their future together at a time when the Kansas City Chiefs are fighting tooth and nail for their playoff hopes. Sitting at 6-6 in third place in their division, with the season hanging in the balance and every remaining game crucial for a potential wild card spot. But it wasn't football that made the biggest news this week. It was Kelce's personal life as he and Swift officially revealed their wedding date to the world, setting June 13th, 2026 as the big day, a date that holds deep personal meaning for Swift, whose lucky number 13 is well known to fans, with her birthday of December 13th, 1989, referenced in her lyrics and career milestones, and sources like Page Six confirming this date as the one the couple has chosen, although the anticipation doesn't stop there, because the wedding is reportedly being planned at the luxurious Ocean House Resort in Watch Hill, Rhode Island, a spot that Swift has a fondness for, and rumors erupted that she managed to secure the coveted June 13th slot by compensating a couple who had already booked it, though the resort itself has denied these buyout stories, adding another layer of intrigue to proceedings. And there's even talk of second ceremony in Tennessee, close to Swift's Nashville roots, giving both stars a chance to celebrate with their respective circles and blend their worlds. But the engagement itself was a moment fans have been buzzing about since August 26th, 2025, when Kelce proposed in the backyard garden of his Missouri home, a scene Swift later shared with the world on Instagram through a series of photos, including a caption that read, "Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married," with Kelce on one knee surrounded by colorful flowers, while numerology enthusiasts quickly noted the significance of the date, further fueling excitement. And while there were claims that the ring was a 10-carat diamond from famed jeweler Irene Newworth, valued at $5 million, no reliable sources had confirmed these specifics. Only general descriptions of the ring being custom-made and dazzling, but nothing more. And so the focus remains firmly on the couple's journey rather than mere material details. And speaking of journeys, the roots of this high-profile romance can be traced back to the summer of 2023, when Kelce shared a now-famous story on his New Heights podcast about trying to meet Swift at her Eras Tour show in Arrowhead Stadium that July, wanting to give her a friendship bracelet with his number on it. And then, by September 2023, the two went public, with Swift turning up at Chiefs games and the pair being seen at cozy dinners, such as their night out at New York City's Waverly Inn on October 15th, 2023. Their chemistry undeniable And the romance quickly became a fixture in both pop culture and sports, with Swift giving on-stage shout-outs, the couple attending NFL events together, and the world watching as they celebrated the Chiefs' Super Bowl 58 victory in February 2024, sealing the win with a kiss that instantly went viral.